Welcome. Today you are not going to study English. Today you are going to live one full day in English. Not in a classroom, not in a textbook, but inside your real life, exactly as it is. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning to the moment you close them at night, English will walk with you, slowly, simply, naturally. There's no rush here. There is no pressure to be perfect. There is only one goal: to stay present and keep moving. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need long sentences or difficult words. You do not need a teacher watching you or a partner correcting you. You do not need to sound smart. You only need to be honest. Because your daily life is already enough. Your morning routine, your walk, your work, your meals, your quiet moments. When you learn to talk about these small, real things in English, you are practicing every day without forcing yourself. And when you practice every day, something changes. English stops feeling like a subject. It stops feeling heavy. It slowly becomes familiar, like a voice inside you, a calm voice, a patient voice. At the end of this story, I will share simple principles you can use every day. Not rules, not tricks, just gentle habits that help you speak with confidence, even when you feel afraid. So now, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, slow your thoughts, and walk with me today. My name is Emily. This is how I start my day. I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. The room is quiet. The light is soft. I open my eyes slowly. I do not check my phone. I just breathe. I stay still for a moment and listen to the silence around me. There is no noise, no voices, no rush, only calm air and soft light. I feel my body resting on the bed. I feel the blanket on my skin. I notice my breathing going in and out, slow and gentle. In that quiet space, I say something in my mind, in English. This is a new day. I am alive. I am learning. These words are simple, but they matter to me. They remind me that today is not about being perfect. Today is about showing up and trying again. I sit up slowly and stretch my arms above my head. My shoulders feel tight, so I move them gently. I move my neck from side to side and breathe deeply. Then I put my feet on the floor beside my bed. The floor is cold, and the feeling wakes me up. I notice it clearly, without judging it as good or bad. This moment is important because noticing connects my mind and body. And when my mind and body are connected, words come more easily. I stand up and walk to the bathroom with quiet steps. The hallway is still dark and the house feels peaceful. I turn on the light in the bathroom and close the door softly. I wash my face with cold water slowly and carefully. The water touches my skin and makes me feel fresh. I look at myself in the mirror for a few seconds. I do not judge my face or my appearance. I simply look and recognize myself. Then I smiled, a small and honest smile. I say softly, "Good morning, Emily." I pause and look into my own eyes. I continue speaking kindly, like a friend would. You are not perfect, but you are trying. You are learning something new. You are allowed to go slowly. These sentences are not for grammar practice. They are for building trust with me. When I speak to myself with kindness and English, English feels safe, not scary. After that, I brush my teeth and rinse my mouth. I move slowly and stay aware of each action. I am not thinking about the future or yesterday. I am only here in the moment. While brushing my teeth, I say simple sentences in my mind. I am brushing my teeth. The water is cooled. The morning is quiet. I am not forcing these thoughts. I let them come naturally, one by one. This is how English begins to live inside my day, not as a subject, but as a companion. After finishing, I dry my face with a towel. The towel feels warm and soft. I take another deep breath and stand still again. I feel awake now, but calm. I return to my room and open the window a little. Fresh air comes in, and I feel it on my face. I look outside and see the sky changing color. The day starts slowly and gently. In this moment, I understand something important. English does not need speed. English does not need pressure. English needs presence. When I wake up like this, my identity shifts quietly. I am not a student who is chasing fluency. I am a person living her life in English. And this is how my day truly begins. I stay with this feeling for a moment longer. I remind myself that every morning is a beginning. I do not need to rush forward. I can build my English slowly, one quiet morning at a time, and that is enough for today. This is where my English day starts. After that, I brush my teeth and take a shower. The water is warm and my body slowly relaxes. I feel the water moving over my skin and my breathing becomes calm and steady. I am not thinking about grammar rules or correct sentences. I am not worried about mistakes or pronunciation. I am simply here, inside my body, inside this moment. While the water flows, I say very simple sentences in my mind. The water is warm. My body feels relaxed. I am waking up. These sentences are not special, but they are real. They belong to this moment, and that is why they are easy to remember. I do not push myself to speak more. I let the words come naturally, like thoughts passing through my mind. When I finish my shower, I dry my body slowly with a towel. The towel feels soft and warm. I notice that feeling too. I put on my clothes without rushing. Today, I chose a simple shirt and comfortable pants. I touch the fabric and feel how it sits on my skin. I look in the mirror again, not to judge myself, but to stay present. I say quietly, I am ready for the morning. Then I walk to the kitchen. The house is still quiet and the air feels peaceful. I turn on the light and open the window a little. Fresh air comes in and I take a deep breath. I enjoy this moment because it belongs only to me. I take bread and put it into the toaster. I fill the kettle with water and turn it on to make tea. While I wait, I stand still and listen to the small sounds around me. I say simple things in English inside my mind. The toaster is on. The water is boiling. The kitchen is quiet. I am not translating from another language. I am not checking if the sentence is perfect. I am only describing what I see and feel. This makes English feel natural and close to my life. When the toast is ready, I put it on a plate. I pour hot water into my cup and make tea. I sit at the table and begin to eat. I eat slowly, one bite at a time. I do not look at my phone. I do not read the news. I give my full attention to my breakfast. While I eat, I continue thinking in English. The tea is hot. The bread tastes good. This morning is quiet. These sentences help me stay calm and focused. They also help English stay with me, gently and without force. I notice how my body feels as I eat. I notice the warmth of the tea and the calm inside me. I feel grateful for this slow start to the day. I understand something important during this time. This is not a lesson. No one is teaching me. No one is correcting me. This is simply life happening. And life, exactly as it is, becomes my English classroom. Every action is a chance to speak. Every feeling is a chance to think in English. I do not need extra time or special materials. My routine is enough. My morning is enough. When I learn this way, English stops being a subject and becomes part of my daily rhythm. After breakfast, I clean the table and wash my cup. I move slowly and stay aware of my actions. I say one last sentence in my mind before leaving the kitchen. I started my day calmly. I feel ready to continue, knowing that my English is growing quietly with me. After breakfast, I leave my home and close the door gently behind me. I lock it and take a slow breath before moving forward. This moment feels like a small bridge between my quiet morning and the outside world. I walk down the street with relaxed steps and let my arms move naturally. The street is calm and the day feels open and full of space. A few people are already outside. Some are walking their dogs, some are going to work, some are just standing and checking their phones. The sky above me is light blue, not too bright, not too dark. The air feels cool and clean on my face. I like this part of the day because everything feels possible and nothing feels heavy yet. I walk to the train station and it takes about 10 minutes. I do not rush. I allow myself to walk at a comfortable pace. With every step, I stay aware of my body and my surroundings. I hear the sound of my shoes on the ground. I hear birds in the trees. I hear distant cars moving slowly. During these 10 minutes, I talk to myself in English, quietly inside my mind. I do not speak out loud. I do not try to impress anyone. I will simply describe what is happening. I am walking to the station. The road is clean. There are two people in front of me. These sentences come naturally because they are true. Sometimes I add small details. The air feels cool. The trees are green. The morning is peaceful. I do not try to say many sentences. I do not try to use new words. I repeat simple ideas again and again. Repetition does not feel boring here because life is always moving. When I forget a word, I do not stop. I choose another word. When my sentence feels incomplete, I let it go. I remind myself that English is not a test. It is a flow. It moves with me as I move through the street. I notice people passing by me. I notice their clothes, their expressions, their speed. I say quietly, a man is walking fast. A woman is smiling. A child is holding a bag. These sentences connect my thoughts to the world around me. They keep English alive inside my mind. I do not speak fast. I do not speak perfectly. I do not correct every thought. I allow mistakes to exist without fear. I know that fear stops movement, and movement is what I need, so I keep going, one step, one sentence, one moment at a time. This part of my day teaches me something important. English grows when we move with it, not when we wait. If I wait to feel ready, I will stay silent. If I move forward, English moves with me. My walking becomes practice. My noticing becomes learning. As I get closer to the station, I feel more awake and more confident, not because I spoke perfectly, but because I stayed connected. These 10 minutes are not special, but they are powerful. They show me that English belongs to my life, not to a classroom. And when I arrive at the station, I already feel prepared, calm, and present. I arrive at work and step into the building calmly. The hallway is quiet and the lights are soft. I say, "Good morning," to the people I pass. Some smile back, some nod. These small moments help me feel connected and welcome. I walk to my desk, put down my bag, and sit down slowly. I take a breath before turning on my computer. Before I start work, I say one clear sentence in English quietly in my mind. Today, I will try. This sentence is not big, but it is honest. It reminds me that I do not need to be perfect today. I only need to participate. I open my computer and wait for it to start. During that short wait, I stayed still and breathed. I began checking my emails. I read them slowly, one by one. I do not panic if I do not understand every word. I look for the main idea. I reply with simple sentences. Thank you. I understand. I will do this today. Writing these messages makes me feel proud because I remember a time when even one sentence felt difficult. Later in the morning, I join a meeting. I sit up straight and listen carefully. People speak, and I follow the conversation as best as I can. When it is my turn to talk, my heart beats a little faster. My voice feels slow and my hands feel warm. I notice these feelings, but I do not let them stop me. I speak anyway. I say, I am working on the report. I pause. Then I continue, I will finish it today. My sentences are simple, but they are clear. No one interrupts me. No one laughs. People listen, and the meeting continues. When I finish speaking, I feel a small sense of relief and strength inside me. After the meeting, I return to my desk. I reflect on what just happened. I spoke in English, even though I felt nervous. I did not wait for fear to disappear. I acted while fear was still there. That is important. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. I continue working on my tasks. I read documents. I will write short notes. I type slowly and carefully. When I make a mistake, I fix it and move on. I do not criticize myself. I remind myself that mistakes are part of learning. Every corrected sentence teaches me something new. Sometimes I talk to myself quietly in English while I work. This part is finished. I need more time. I will check this again. These small sentences help me stay focused and connected to the language. They turn my workday into gentle practice. During breaks, I stand up and stretch. I look out the window and describe what I see in my mind. The sky is bright. People are walking fast. The street looks busy. These moments give my brain rest while keeping English alive. By the end of the workday, I feel tired but satisfied. I did not use big words. I did not speak fast, but I showed up. I communicated. I stayed present, and I understand something clearly now. English is not about sounding smart. English is about being here, speaking honestly, and trusting small steps. After work, I leave the building and begin my journey home. The sky is darker now, and the light feels softer than in the morning. The busy sounds of the day slowly fade away. People are still moving, but everything feels slower, calmer. I walk with steady steps and let my shoulders relax. The workday is finished, and I allow myself to release it. On the train, I choose a seat by the window. I like sitting there because it gives me space to think. The train starts moving, and the city passes by quietly. I look outside and let my eyes rest on the lights and shapes. In my mind, I say simple sentences in English. The lights are on. The shops are closing. The day is ending. These words help me stay present instead of lost in thoughts. I notice how my body feels. I am tired, but calm. It is not heavy tiredness. It is the feeling that comes after effort and honesty. I breathe slowly and allow the train ride to become a moment of rest. I do not scroll on my phone. I do not search for distractions. I sit with myself and my thoughts, and English stays quietly beside me. When I arrive home, I take off my shoes and step inside. The room is quiet and familiar. I change into comfortable clothes and go to the kitchen. Dinner is simple tonight, nothing special, just food that makes me feel warm and satisfied. I sit down and eat slowly, paying attention to each bite. While I eat, I do not think about work or tomorrow. I stay with the present moment. I notice the taste of the food, the warmth in my body, the quiet around me. If English thoughts come, I welcome them gently. The food is warm. I am hungry. This feels good. There is no pressure to say more. After dinner, I clean the dishes and wipe the table. I move slowly and carefully. This time is not for rushing. It is for transitioning from the outside world back to myself. When everything is clean, I sit down and take out my notebook. This notebook is not for school. It is not for rules or corrections. It is for reflection. I open to a new page and begin writing in English. I write slowly, one sentence at a time. Today, I spoke in English. I pause and read the sentence again. Then I continue. I felt afraid. I stop for a moment and let that feeling be honest. Then I write, but I did not stop. These sentences are simple, but they carry meaning. They remind me of what really happened today. I am not writing to impress anyone. I am writing to remember. Remembering that progress is often quiet. To remember that courage can exist with fear. I read the sentences again softly. I feel a small sense of pride, not because I was perfect, but because I stayed. I stayed with English even when it felt uncomfortable. This is not homework. No one will check it. No one will give me a score. This is remembering my own journey. As the evening continues, I close my notebook and sit quietly for a moment. I let the day settle inside me. I understand something important now. Learning does not always need effort and pressure. Sometimes it needs reflection and kindness. When I give myself space to remember instead of judge, English feels lighter. And that makes me ready for tomorrow. Before bed, I turn off the lights and allow the room to become quiet. The sounds of the day slowly disappear, and the space around me feels calm and safe. My body is tired, not in a painful way, but in a natural way that comes after a full day of living and trying. I change into comfortable clothes and move gently, as if I am speaking softly to myself through my actions. I lie down on my bed and rest my head on the pillow. The room is dark now, but not empty. It feels warm and familiar. I take a slow breath in, then let it out even more slowly. I repeat this a few times, allowing my body to relax with each breath. My shoulders drop. My face softens. I am no longer rushing anywhere. In this quiet moment, my thoughts begin to slow down. I do not replay the whole day. I do not judge my actions or my words. I simply stay here, breathing and resting. Then, in my mind, I speak gently in English. Today was not perfect. I pause and let that sentence settle. I do not argue with it. I do not explain it. I accept it. After a moment, I continue. But it was real. These words feel honest and grounding. They remind me that perfection was never the goal. Showing up was. Living the day fully was. Speaking when I could, even when I felt unsure, was. I take another breath and feel a quiet sense of peace move through me. I add one more sentence in my mind, and that is enough. This sentence feels like permission. Permission to rest. Permission to stop trying for today. Permission to be human. I do not need to do anything else. I do not need to prove anything. The day is complete, just as it is. My last thoughts are still in English, but they are soft and simple. I am not forming long sentences. I am not searching for words. I allow only one clear truth to stay with me. I am growing. This sentence feels calm and steady, like a quiet promise. It does not rush. It does not demand results. It simply exists. As I breathe, I think about growth not as something loud or fast, but as something gentle and patient. Growth happens when I show up repeatedly, even when I feel tired. Growth happens when I choose kindness instead of pressure. Growth happens when I allow English to be part of my life, not a test I must pass. I listen to the small sounds of the night, maybe a distant car, maybe the wind outside the window. These sounds do not distract me. They remind me that the world continues even while I rest. I feel safe enough to let go of control. My breathing becomes slower, deeper, easier. I do not check my phone. I do not plan tomorrow. I trust that tomorrow will come on its own. Right now, my only job is to rest. I stay with that thought and let my body sink into the bed. The tiredness feels heavier, but also comforting. As sleep approaches, English remains with me quietly, not as effort, not as work, but as presence. It is simply there, like a soft light inside me. I allow my eyes to close. I allow the day to end. I allow myself to rest, knowing that when morning comes, I will begin again, slowly and honestly. This was one full day living in English. Nothing special, nothing fast. Just small moments, small words, repeated quietly through ordinary life. From waking up to falling asleep, English did not push or demand. It simply walked beside you. You may think this kind of day is too simple to matter, but simplicity is not weak. Simplicity is how habits are born. When learning feels gentle, it lasts. When practice fits inside your real life, it becomes natural, not heavy. You do not need a new schedule, a new country, or a new personality to learn English. You do not need more pressure or more rules. You only need to use the life you already have. Your mornings, your walks, your work, your quiet evenings. All of it is enough. Speak one sentence today. It can be short, it can be imperfect. It only needs to be true. Notice one moment around you, the light, the sound, the feeling in your body. Put simple English words on that moment and let it be. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Growth does not come from force, it comes from staying. Staying when progress feels slow, staying when fear appears, staying even when nothing seems to change. This is how real change happens. English is not only a language you study, English is a space you enter, a way to slow down your thoughts, a way to listen to yourself more clearly. When you speak gently in English, you also learn to treat yourself gently. If you live like this, day by day, English will not feel distant anymore. It will not feel like a goal far away. It will become familiar, like a quiet voice inside you. And one day, without noticing when it happened, you will realize that English stayed with you because you stayed with it. Carry this approach into tomorrow. Start again without pressure. Let patience guide you. Trust that small actions shape strong habits. Your journey does not need applause. It only needs consistency, honesty, and the courage to continue quietly, even when results are invisible yet.